Alright guys, PT has completely changed. You cannot use the templates anymore. Read aloud one-line strategy is not working. Extra words in write from dictation. You lose a lot of points in listening and writing. Also, you cannot use structures and templates in essay, summarize spoken text, respond to situation, summarize group discussion. This is what everyone was talking about over the last few days. And I wanted to see it myself that whatever strategies, tips, and techniques I am giving out to my students, are those actually working? To test this, I took the actual Pearson test on 14th of August, means after the changes, and I have got my results. Everything you need to know to crack your test will be shared in this video. We'll start with why I took this test, what I had encountered in my test, what did I find difficult, what was easy, and what are the actual changes. Then we'll have a look at what is my score, what scores I have received, and what do we conclude. So let's get started. Now, why I took this test? Just to make sure whatever strategies, templates, structures, or instructions, or rules, or recommendations I'm giving out to my students are actually working, because some students were doubtful, and I even got some comments saying that how can you give me the templates or the structure which you have not tried, and which is completely fine, which is understandable. If I would have been someone's student, I would like, or I would have expected that person to take the test as soon as possible after the changes, and that's what I did, just to make sure whatever we are teaching is actually working and what are the changes. Now, when I went for the test, what changes did I find? First of all, speaking section was lengthy, slightly exhausting, but it's completely fine. Once you take a few mock tests, you will be used to it. Speaking was easy, it's not difficult, trust me, it was easy. I got 6 to 7 read aloud, around 11 to 12 repeat sentences, 6 describe images. Describe images will be easy, not too difficult. 2 retail lectures, 6 answer short questions, 2 respond to situation, and 2 summarize group discussion. The new question types, I used the structure, the template, and I added content as well. Read aloud, I used one line strategy. Repeat sentences, out of 11 or 12, 3 to 4 were difficult. I was only able to repeat 50%, but I did the same thing which I tell you, that as much as you remember, speak it clearly and confidently. Describe image, spoke around 35 seconds, used the structure, but I made sure I have relevant content as well. Read a lecture around 35 seconds, use the structure, means the template, but added content as well. Answer short questions. I knew the answer to 3 to 4, to 1 or 2, I was not really sure. I just repeated the question itself. That's one trick which I always tell. Then writing. Writing has become easier. I posted a video a few weeks back that after the changes, speaking and writing, scoring will be easy, and that is what we are seeing. I've got a lot of students who have got their desired scores after the changes, and one thing which I've noticed, that students who were getting around 60 65 earlier are now getting 90 in speaking, 85 in speaking. Writing as well is more than 75 for most of the students. So writing, summarize written text, I wrote around 65 words, I got 2. I connected 3 to 4 sentences using the connectors, changed 1 to 2 words. Essay, I used the same structure or the template 2.1 which I've shared, but I made sure I add relevant ideas, key points as well. Not a lot, but yes, something to address the topic properly. Then reading. Reading was slightly shocking for me. Why? Because we were expecting, and according to the guidelines as well, we were expecting that reading will get 15 to 16 questions in around 30 minutes. But I only got 23 minutes, which was exhausting. I was exhausted by the end of the reading module. But remember this thing, reading, even to achieve a superior score, you need to score 70. So you can afford a few mistakes in reading, but I'm not really saying that you should be taking it easy. I gave my 100%. Got 5 to 6 reading drop down blanks, 2 MCQ multiple, 2 to 3 reorders, I guess, 4 to 5 drag and drop blanks, and 2 MCQ single. I focused on reading writing blanks, a bit on MCQ multiple, means I spent around 40 seconds. Reorders, I spent around 2 minutes, and then drag and drop, I was not left with much time, so I tried to finish one passage in 1 to 1.5 minutes. But you have to manage your time properly. You have to practice in such a way that you will only get 23 minutes for 15 to 16 questions. MCQ single, I was left with very less time, so I did not take a lot of time on those ones. Whatever I thought is the best option, I selected. All right. So reading time was less, questions were 15 to 16, and you really need to be quick. You cannot spend or waste, even a single second on questions which you think are not important or which you're not really sure. Because if you're not really sure after 2 minutes, you'll not be sure after 10 minutes as well. And you can afford a few mistakes. I'm not asking you to take it lightly, but you have to be practical. Let's say if you're spending 10 minutes or 5 minutes on one question, that is difficult, and then in order to get that one correct, you're messing up or missing out on questions which are easier. You are going to lose a lot of points. So manage your time wisely. Listening time management is crucial as well. That is what I have noticed. Summarize spoken text, I got 10 minutes. I wrote around 65 words. Summarize spoken text again is very important. You add relevant content, and then I use the template, but I added content as well. On top of that, MCQ multiple, I got two listening fill in the blanks, highlight correct summary, I got two, MCQ single, I got two, select missing word one, two highlight incorrect words, and three write from dictations. All right. So MCQ multiple, MCQ single, select missing word, and highlight correct summary. After the audio, I tried to finish everything within 10 seconds. I did not take more than 10 seconds. I tried to figure out the answer while the audio was going on. Highlight incorrect words, nothing much to do after the audio. Listening, fill in the blanks, type your answers quickly. What I got two passages with four blanks each, two highlight incorrect words and three write from dictation. In write from dictation, I added a lot of extra words to test if you can actually add extra words, right? So this is what I had in my test, and this is what I did. I used one line strategy. I used the templates for all the speaking and writing question types, but with relevant content as well. Reading, I struggled a bit with time management. I was nervous as well, honestly, because when I had to look at 23 minutes, I was a bit off. I was not really sure how to manage it, but yes, somehow I did it. Listening as well. When I finished the last write from dictation, I was only left with 30 seconds, despite the fact I was very quick. So this is what I want you to take care as well. Listening, do not waste time on questions which are not important. MCQ single, multiple, highlight correct summary, select missing word. Give your best, but do not waste your time. So that was the end of my test. After a few days, I got my results. And by the grace of God, I've got 90 each this time as well. This is my 15th time 90 in PT. Really thankful to all of you. It's been a long journey and we are still giving our best. Now, 90 each, if I have to talk with my friend, and if I have to be honest, I was not really sure if I would be getting 90, because I am sure I made a lot of mistakes. There were a lot of hesitations and self corrections in speaking. Writing was okay for me. Reading, I found one or two passages difficult, and reorders I was not 100% sure. I gave my best, whatever I could in those 23 minutes. I gave it my all, but I was not really sure, and I think there might be few mistakes for sure. It's not possible to have each and every question or each and every answer correct. It's not possible, right? I've taken the test so many times. I can tell you that even if you make a few mistakes, you can still get your desired scores. Listening, I was pretty confident. I was not really sure about one or two listening fill in the blanks, but apart from that, I was pretty confident. So that is it. I gave my best. I made a few mistakes, but I relied on the strategies, the tips and structures and templates which I provided to you, that I follow everything what I have given to you, so that I know if it's working or not. And I am proud to share, I'm very excited and happy to share that everything is working. All right. So you don't have to stress. You can still use one line strategy. You can still use template. You can still use structure. You can still add extra words. But what you need to be careful after or from 7th of August. Whenever you use a template or structure, you have to add relevant content. Just blindly typing in your answer or using a template will not get you the scores. Next, reading, you have to be on your toes. You have to manage your time. You have to take as many as mock tests, which are of similar length, means 23 minutes, so that you are used to it and there are no surprises on the test day. Listening, you have to manage your time as well. And you don't have to just play around with adding extra words. Wherever you are doubtful, add extra words and you'll be 100% fine. So what do we conclude out of this experiment, this test of mine? That 90 each is still doable. PT, in fact, speaking and writing module, I honestly believe have become easier. Reading slightly tricky, but the requirements have gone down as well. Listening, you have to manage your time, you'll be fine. And if you do good in your speaking part, your listening will be sorted. If I've done it 15 times, trust me, you can do it as well. Whenever I go for the test, it's not that with reading I am sure about every word. There are a lot of words I'm not really sure of the meaning, right? It's not possible for me I'm not a native speaker. I'm a non-native speaker like you probably, and it's not possible for me to know each and every meaning, each and every spelling. My writing is not the best, but I know what the test is looking for, what the scoring criteria is, how the algorithm works, what the test takers or the examiners look for in your response, and that is how I have achieved this score 15 times in PT. So you do not have to stress, you have to rely and follow the strategies which are tried and tested, which will work in your favor and will definitely get your desired scores. You have to practice and take as many mock tests as you can in the similar environment as to what you'll have in the actual test, so that there are no surprises on the test day and you get your desired scores as well. Test is still fine, you can crack it. You need to understand the updated marking criteria, use structures or templates, but add relevant content, and you will be 100% fine. That's it from this video. If you found the video helpful, do like, share, and subscribe. That helps the video to reach more audience and helps the channel grow as well. If you need any online or on-campus classes or training or any kind of help, we have got a campus in Australia, in India, and in Nepal as well. We do provide online classes all over the world. We have got 13 sessions running every day according to different time zones, and we will give our best to get you the desired scores, like we have helped more than 50,000 students till date. I'm also planning to take a few more PT tests just to make sure we know each and everything, what's working, what's not working, and I'll be updating you guys accordingly. That's it. Now, if you want to practice according to the updated version of the test with the changes, with the new time limits, with the new restrictions on using templates, you can just go on languageacademy.com.au. We have updated everything over there. The AI and the marking is pretty similar to what happens in the actual test, and that is going to give you a clear picture of how much you're going to score and what are the things you need to work on. Just go and practice on languageacademy.com.au, or you can download the LAPT exam practice app as well. I'll see you in the next video.